Welcome, Tommy.
Hello.
We are so glad to have you today at Wallifornia.
So glad for this amazing festival and thanks for inviting me.
You had a good time there?
Really good, really good. Learned so many great things, met amazing people, and so some great ideas with startups.
Good to hear.
And also the music and the food was really good.
Yes, I have to say,
Yeah.
that's true. First of all, could you introduce to us your project, Whiise, and how it is born?
Yes, so I'm a CEO and founder of Whiise, is a startup focusing in education in the creative industries. Right now we've started with music, but soon we're going to go into fashion, design, film, and all the other creative industries. And our main focus and our passion is to bring artificial intelligence and smart use of data to help the next generation learn better.
Okay. Can you tell us about your perception of the music tech market today and how Whiise is implemented in this market?
Right. So the tech market, not just in music but in general, is changing a lot. We're so lucky to live in an era where things are changing all the time. What you learn today might be, old news in a week. And we're lucky. I'm saying we're lucky because everybody can actually contribute, bring something of value in the changing world. So if anybody has an idea, or if anybody sees something that's missing, they can actually do something about it and make the world a better place. So I'm very excited about how the pace of the tech world is going. Now, in terms of Whiise, me being a creator, I'm a musician, also I'm an academic, I teach in universities for years, and also as an entrepreneur I created this startup because there is a lot of things missing in the education space. There's a lot of ideas that other industries are taking into regard and that's their life, but in education it's the same thing more or less for 120 years. Things are pretty much the same. So that's why we wanted to use artificial intelligence, smart use of data to make the education space a little bit better. And hopefully in the next 10 years we're going to see amazing uses of artificial intelligence so that people from all over the world can learn cheaper, faster, and get access to quality education, not just in the Western world, Europe, the United States, but everywhere. That's my vision.
You told us just before that you wanted to give this opportunity to learn better to the new generation. What are the first users of Whiise currently?
So at the moment, the first users are musicians that have a part-time job, but they want to quit that because they want to make music full-time.
Oh.
So right now, the first group of people that we're focusing on is the people that they're halfway there to make a living with music. And then the second group that we're going to focus on is students. So people that study right now, they want to be musicians, they want to be music managers, composers, but what they learn at the university, it's not the same of what happens in the real world. So there is a big gap. You spend 4 years of your life and spend money, and then you graduate, you congratulate yourself and your friends, but then you don't know what to do next. So these are the second group of people that we're focusing on.
You remember during the keynote of Scott Cohen, we heard
Very,
about
very
this,
funny one.
Yes, that the AI might replace soon the teacher. What's your point of view about this, and how could you comment this sentence?
Yeah, of course. It might. There's nothing bad for me about this. A lot of things have been replaced from, being something that humans do towards something that machines do. And for me, that's a good thing. If you can be replaced, that means that you're doing something that is predictable. You do it again and again. Probably it's boring. A lot of people hate their day jobs because what they're doing can be done by a machine, and pretty much, these can free the human being towards doing something more interesting, something that humans can do better than machines. And if this changes, again, for me, that's a nice thing to have. Now we don't see humans in the factory lines just bringing the bottles. The machines do that. Right now, people would be bored doing this, and that's a good thing. So yeah, of course. I mean, anything that can be automated, let's let it be automated. Let's let it be predicted. Humans will find other things to do. Think of higher concepts, and explore what's the future going to be like. For me, that's exciting, not something to be afraid of.
I heard that you are a musician,
Oh yes.
so I would like to ask you,
To sing a song?
not yet.
Ah.
How can we make the indie artists more visible at this time?
Oh gosh, that's a huge discussion. Everybody's talking about that. Nobody has an amazing solution. Taking a step back and reevaluating the whole ecosystem, you know, from the musicians to the people, the consumers. You and I, we're consumers. We pay for certain music, for certain things. We don't pay for others. We need to change our mindset. Also, the stakeholders, the people that invest money, all the people that build businesses that cater musicians. It's, for me, the word is collaboration. If we can find ways of not seeing each other as enemies, you know, not like blocking each other from giving data, like the companies like the PROs, the ones that calculate royalties and the licenses and everything, they don't talk to each other, for example. So if they find a way to give their data to each other so we know who composed what and have a flow of data that is more open, for me that's a great next step. But collaboration and talking to each other is the next way forward. Otherwise, people will create, they will not necessarily get paid much, and it's going to be the same, cheaper and cheaper actually, not the same, but worse and worse. So we need to be more humans and talk with each other.
As a music lover, what can we find inside your playlist?
Sorry, what can we find inside?
In your playlist.
Okay, playlist. Lately, because I'm working a lot, I like going to YouTube and finding these playlists of, it's like 3 hours of jazz music or rainy jazz music, the one that I listen to lately. There is other ones like 3 hours of synthwave music. So I just like getting music without necessarily knowing who the artist is.
Okay.
So I like having music on the background. Now, when I don't do that, I specifically go to artists that I know. So I might not be the right person to talk about this. I don't quite like discovering too much new music. I like sticking to the things that I like already. And because I'm a musician, sometimes when I'm in the mood of creating, I will also listen to music or force myself to listen to new music so I can get more ideas of how to create more, you know, nuanced, more creative, more different music and have more ideas. So these are 3 categories of things that I'm doing lately.
As a musician, what is the best technology or gears that really improve your education or your practice?
Right. Just to say on that, there is no best technology or tool for everybody. Everybody has different preferences. Personally, I'm sticking to the things that I know, and because I'm so immersed in AI and I want to create the future, what I'm doing is I start programming my own solutions, not high-tech stuff, but whenever I see something missing, for example, when it comes to productivity, you know, I'd put together something simple, a little script, you know, even an Excel spreadsheet to monitor my habits or monitor the way that I'm spending time or give scores to my activities and, you know, try to work on improving my scores instead of trying to, let's say, work out more or read more. You know, I give my workout a score, I give my reading a score, so I'm trying to improve my score. So I'm doing things for myself. Right now, I know that there might be a lot of solutions out there that I cannot name, I cannot think of one right now, but I prefer working for the tools that, you know, I'm using. So I'd rather spend time doing it myself instead of getting somebody else's solution. But anyway, that's a long answer for something that, yeah, I'm just making my own stuff,
Okay.
usually.
Thank you for this time with us.
Likewise.